Welcome to This is Anything Goes, and today we are going to fix a stand fan that is not moving or having difficulties moving. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay, so first off, the power is turned on, but when you press on the speed, alright, I'm putting it to number 3, which is the highest, but you can see that it's not moving. But if you put your hand to here, you can feel the motor trying to move. It's vibrating a bit, alright, and if you were to move it, it will move slowly. Okay, it will move slowly, but it is still struggling, and this is not the actual speed. So how do we fix this? Alright, so I'll show you the quick and easy and cheap fix to this. Okay, so first off, let's turn off the electricity. Then we will remove the things. Okay, so depending on the design, there are chances where you have 3 screws here or 2 screws here, and then there's one more at the back here. Okay, so just take a screwdriver. It may be using a Torx screw or a normal Phillips. Okay, so we have taken this apart, and what we will need to do is, okay, this does seem like it's spinning okay, but we may need to oil it because it doesn't really continuously spin properly. Alright, so there are 2 possible causes for this. One is the bearing needed lubrication. Another one more is that the capacitor needs to be changed. But in this particular fan that I have, it doesn't come with the capacitor because the motor is a different type apparently. So apparently there's 2 types, one with the capacitor, one without. So this one doesn't, so there's no need in changing that. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to oil the bearings. Alright, so I'll be using this all-purpose super oil. It's a very thin kind of oil, and I would not recommend using WD-40 on this because WD-40 will most likely burn the motor out. I have no idea why. It's similar to this, but it has burned a couple of motors for me. Alright, so this is meant for, I don't know, some kind of pulleys, bicycle, trolleys, fan, sewing machines, drills. Who uses these type of typewriters anymore? Cars, guns, alright, guns, scissors, and motorbikes. Alright, so we will need to use this. Alright, so we will need to tilt this and then pour probably 1 or 2 drops of oil into it. Okay, okay, and to assess there's 2 bearings, one in the front, one in the back, and to assess the back bearings, we will need to remove this portion here. Okay, so we have access to the back bearings, so we'll just drop a couple of drops of oil in here. Alright, so I'm just gonna tilt it and drop some oil in it. Okay, give it a few turns just for fun. Okay, I can already feel that the motor has actually loosened up a lot, as in if you see. I just need to turn it and it continuously turns very well. Okay, so I'm gonna assemble it back and let's see whether it works. Okay, so apparently it's still not fixed yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the motor up. There's 4 screws here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 if you... Nah, I don't have to remove this. So yeah, 4. Then I'll pull it apart and there is this pin here which I will use a long nose plier to push it out, but I'll use a cloth to protect the shaft. Okay. Okay, so removing this, it looks like you can see that this shaft seems to be a bit toasty. Alright, you can see the colors changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a very fine 3000 grit sandpaper and sand here a bit. And I will do the same on the back here as well. Alright, then we'll oil it back and then we'll clean up the shaft over here as well as over here, and then we'll see what happens. Alright, so this is the seals. Okay, so we are going to clean those up as well. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to use a 3000 grit. I'm going to use a bit of the WD-40 spray on the sandpaper, and I will sand a bit over here and over here. Alright. Not a lot of sanding required, just a bit. Okay, good. Now we'll give it a wipe. Okay, the back here looks good, but I think I will do a little bit more sanding over here. Alright, we still have a bit more of the groove. Okay, the shaft looks good now. Let's clean up this portion. Alright, to clean this, I'm just going to use the WD-40 on a cloth and use a screwdriver and put it in. Alright, you can see that it's pretty dirty. Good. And we'll do the same over here as well. Okay, that looks good. Well, if you look at the inside here, it actually looks pretty good. So there's no need for anything here. Alright, let's assemble this back and see how it goes. Okay, so once I've serviced the shaft and everything, alright, it's very smooth as you can see. Alright, but I'm still having one problem. Alright, which is if I were to turn it on now, it doesn't spin. But if I were to move it, then yes, it does spin. And it's spinning quite fast as well. Alright, it's difficult for me to actually hold it. But the good thing is it spins on both directions depending on where I am actually turning it. Alright, now it's anti-clockwise and then it can go clockwise. Alright, so as long as it stops, it doesn't move. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is probably going to spoil the motor, but I will still do it. I will add a capacitor here, even though when I open it there wasn't a capacitor. Alright. Okay, let's see if it burns. I hope not. What would you know? Okay, that was number 3. Let's try number 1. Okay, so it seems like this is soft. The issue was a simple, somebody cut off the the capacitor, and well, the shaft wasn't doing very well, but what? Okay, so I'll be connecting this more proper now. I'm just using a clip-on connector temporary, so that if anything I can actually just pull it off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it, and I'm going to solder it, and I'm going to heat shrink it, and I'll put everything back together. Alright, last piece. Now let's see if it turns. Alright, because now compared to earlier, it has the blades, it has the cover, everything. So the blades is a bit heavier. Let's see if it starts at number 1. Yes, it does. Alright, so this is done, and I believe this will be the end of this episode. And that's how we fix a malfunctioning table fan, stand fan. Alright, so what we did was we serviced the shaft, we re-oil it, we re-grease it, we sanded down the shaft a bit, and we added in capacitor. Alright, it's a 2 ohm capacitor. I'm not sure why the capacitor was missing. So as you saw earlier in the video, when we opened it that time, the capacitor is already gone. Alright, and after we service everything, when we turn the shaft, it works, it's fast. Before that, before we service it, even when we turn the shaft, it moves, but it's slow. Alright, and it's not as smooth. Now it's very smooth, the wind is very good. We just need to service the motor and add in the capacitor. That's it. Alright, so capacitor, how much it costs? 6 ringgit. If you buy online, probably about 1-2 ringgit. Alright, but I don't want to waste the time of it being shipped over and the shipping fees. Well, I might as well just buy a new capacitor from the shop itself. Alright, yeah, overall how long this takes, if you ask me to do it again now, probably take say 15-20 minutes at most. Alright, and what's the cost of buying an entirely new Panasonic, this brand, Panasonic stand fan? More than 100 ringgit. I think it's about 150-170 ringgit. Alright, but I fixed this with $6 instead of throwing it to the trash. So now I got another stand fan at home. Alright, so as usual, I hope you learned something out of this, and if you have not done so, make sure you hit the subscribe, the like, and the share button. Alright, because every share counts, every subscription counts. So I'm depending on you. Let's do it. See ya.